A heated debate erupted on GB News when presenter Patrick Christys challenged guest Jonathan Lis over concerns that human rights lawyers could obstruct the newly implemented UK-France migrant returns agreement. The confrontation occurred as Britain's fresh arrangement with France came into effect on Wednesday, enabling the return of certain Channel crossers to French territory. Speaking on GB News, Patrick Christys said, "Migrants are going to be using this standing army of human rights lawyers that we have in this country." Jonathan Lis defended the lawyers. Political commentator Jonathan Lis replied, "Otherwise known as people who are there to uphold the law." Fellow panelist Alex Armstrong said, "But they're not really there for that. They're using loopholes in the law to keep people who shouldn't be here or there. That's the problem." Lis responded, "There may come a day when we all need a lawyer and then we'll be grateful for them." Patrick added, "I think it's the interpretation of the law, though, isn't it? So conceivably, we've got a treaty here that's been put forward by a democratically elected government, one that won a landslide at the last general election. They've then done a deal with the French. That deal's gone through the European Union, everyone's signed it off, everyone's agreed to it. And yet, a law firm based above a flipping kebab shop somewhere in Croydon might be able to prevent anyone from being deported." Jonathan said, "If they can do that, that's them doing their job." He added, "Seriously, for me, the bottom line is that everyone has rights and everyone should have legal protection. Parliament cannot override people's rights." Patrick fumed, "What about our rights? Our legal rights? We also have rights. I'm sorry, but we don't do it this way. If the country votes for a Labour landslide and that Labour government decides to enact a policy, and if people vote for Emmanuel Macron, and he decides to ratify it and the entire European Union signs off on it, then how can it not go through? Because a random human rights lawyer somewhere in Britain can frustrate it and hold it up." Patrick Christys slapped down Lis. The trial program will operate until June 2026, with both governments monitoring its effectiveness on a monthly basis. Ministers have declined to specify how many individuals might be transferred to France under the arrangement, with the Home Secretary stating that figures would fluctuate and expressing hope for increasing numbers over time. No overall target has been established for the initiative, which forms part of Labour's strategy to address Channel crossings after abandoning the previous government's Rwanda scheme. Opposition politicians have dismissed the agreement as inadequate, arguing it merely tinkers at the margins of the migration crisis rather than providing comprehensive solutions.